Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the ancestors past, present and future and welcome to you, your guides, my guides in the universal energies. Absolute pleasure to have you along. In case anyone was wondering what was in the room, some egg cups that I believe that belonged to my great-grandmother are sitting there. That was a toy that my mum had when she was a child. It was a pull along and it's a little dog that bang, 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 bangs on two xylophone, metal xylophones. What else have we got? We've got two teddy bears that belong to my grandmother sitting in a little cardboard box there. A pukeko holding the blind on the window there. All sorts of bits and bobs. A couple of teddy bears, some, oh, can't remember what they're called. The spotty shells, not power shells. I'll have to look up to see what they're called. Anyhow, lots of bits and bobs in this particular room, in the spare room here. Okay, what I want to have a look at in this particular reading, I'm on a little bit late today. We had my mother's pastor came for a visit. Um, the palliative nurse came and ran through a whole heap of stuff, which was incredibly useful. And then one of my sisters decided to come for a visit as well. So yeah, running a little bit late, and it is Friday. So unless something major happens over the weekend, I won't be back until Monday. But what I want to have a look at in this particular reading, I've got written down more EPS photos as the deadline of the 9th of the 12th comes. Apparently a memo has been leaked that came from Susie Wiles to the Oversight Committee, basically instructing the GOP representatives to run interference on these files being released, but good luck to her. I'll just have a look actually. So Susie Wiles is apparently, it's been leaking like a sieve. Let's have a look. I want to have a quick look, really quick look. Susie Wiles, this memo. Will the GOP on the Oversight Committee run interference to the release? Entertainment only. It's not actually what I wanted to have a read on in this reading. I'm only going to do the two today. Let's have a look. Will the the Republican reps on the Oversight Committee follow the instructions made by Susie Wiles? I don't think so, because one of them's leaked it already. Let's have a look. Come on down. Well, they have choice to make. And I mean, I think it's a fairly obvious choice, but some of them might dither around the edges of it. This is smoke and mirrors. This is delusion. This is um, presenting falsehoods as real, etc. But there is going to be one obvious choice here. So this is about integrity. I think they're actually, because this is front and center. Now, my guides tell me to use particular decks because of the images on the cards, because I am very image driven and storytelling driven. Yeah, it's telling me that there are options, but there's a very obvious path forward. Now, this is the Gilded Tarot Royale, in case you were wondering. The box is just about dead, so I'm not going to show it to you, but yeah, this is about integrity. This is about a choice. This is about illusion and delusion and smoke and mirrors. And okay, so let's see where this goes. But it's challenged by the Two of Cups and across the aisle agreement. I don't think they're going to. We've got the Two of Cups working together in unity for the benefit of all. We've also got the new moon here with the sun peeking out. Now we are in new moon phase at the moment, working across the aisle for the integrity of all. Okay, let's see where we go. The energy that they're stewing in at the moment is unexpected news coming out of left field, being presented with I'm just going to say, something that they don't particularly want. This is the energy they're stewing in at the moment, but it's only a page. So this is quite minor. I think this memo caught them by surprise, some of them. And if anything, it's going to push more of them into this working across the aisle. Basically saying, because a memo that's basically saying cover for Herr Führer, will not go down particularly well with some on the Oversight Committee. In the past, we've got the Temperance card, balanced, moderate. I think this is the Oversight Committee itself working across the aisle. Can also be the trying to spin, but I don't think it is. I think this is actually this Oversight Committee. The Judicial Committee is something else instead. But I think this Oversight Committee actually is pretty balanced and emotionally balanced as well. Now, what have we got? 1, 2, 3 cups, and then another 2 cups here. It's all cups. So there's a lot of emotions involved in this, emotional integrity, emotional soul searching. Okay, where's this going? Crowning this reading is the Seven of Swords, the lies, the deceits, the trying to steal, the instructions that have come down. Basically to try and be deceitful and steal the findings of this committee. More photos got released. The Oversight Committee have said that if the DOJ don't release them by the 19th, which is pretty much tonight, they'll dump the whole lot, and some of them apparently are incredibly vile. So this is an attempted cover-up, okay? Seven of Swords, Five of Cups, loss, disappointment, heartbreak in the immediate future. 2 cups still standing, 2 cups still standing, working across the aisle. Disappointment, and this could very well be disappointment in what the GOP has become. Disappointment in what is asked of them. The cups are spilt, they've been kicked over. What was good in them is no longer. And this could also tie back to the Seven of Cups as well. Three of these options are gone. They've got 2 good ones left. What does that take me up to? Well, that takes me up to the 5, and then 2 more. And I think this is the 2 more. So they've got a choice of 4 of the options here, but you've got 2 cups standing, 2 cups upright here, 2 cups upright here, 1 cup that came forward, which could be one of these that are lost. Okay, let's see where this goes. The whistleblower coming forward with the Page of Swords. So we've got 2 pages side by side, and the Tower internally. So the leak and the Tower. External, bringing forward the truth, determination to bring forward the truth, and internally, pull out that Jenga card. The hopes and fears, we've got this King of Cups. Now, is this Mark Kelly, who I believe is on the Oversight Committee. It's my Biden card historically, but it is an emotionally mature leader in the hopes and fears here. The outcome, yeah, it's coming out. Oh, it is absolutely coming out. Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, and then we've got the 6 of Pentacles. Weighed in the balance, found lacking, released. And then we've got the King of Swords, my Jack Smith card. We've got the Knight of Cups information being brought forward. This could also be money that changed hands. We've then got the 10 of Pentacles, the oligarchs coming to an end of an era. And then we've got the Ace of Pentacles. We've got the Russia card. We've got the manipulation card, trying to keep some things hidden, but the volatile information is coming forward. Yeah, I don't think the Oversight Committee are going to take, well, if anything, this heartbreak and loss because of what Susie Wiles has asked them to do, basically lie and cover and steal, I think is going to make some of them even more steely determined to expose it. Yeah, okay, right, there's that. What I wanted to look at is Jack Smith with the documents. I know I covered this the other day. Entertainment only. Didn't hear anything about the documents case yesterday because it's still under Aileen Cannon's sealed order. It's the documents one that I get. My guides keep telling me it's the documents one. So I've brought up an article in Newsweek, and if you wanted to Google it, newsweek.com, I'll actually post it in the post section as well when I'm finished. Judge Aileen Cannon, Donald Trump, Jack Smith report 1121 is the big blurby at the top. So Judge Aileen Cannon allows Donald Trump the final word. So US District Judge Aileen Cannon has approved a request from Donald J. Trump to re-enter proceedings connected to the long-running dispute. Not quite sure why, but let's see. The paperless order. Not quite sure how that works. A paperless order was signed on the 14th of December. How can you sign a paperless order? But regardless, Cannon granted the felon motion to participate in amicus curiae, or however it is, ergo friend of the court. Okay, well, we know what side she's on. The order states that Trump may participate for a limited purpose of reaffirming and incorporating by reference his prior legal arguments, and adds that no additional filings are permitted by this order. So basically he can then still try to convince that this doesn't be released. Wonder if Jack Smith got the same privilege. I doubt it. Okay, so basically why it matters, Judge Aileen Cannon's decision reasserts his prior arguments as the court nears a deadline in regards to determining whether the Volume 2 becomes public. This is the documents case. Now, I don't think this is actually to Cannon herself. I think this is to the deciding panel, because the deciding panel said, yes, we are going to release them. You have said to Aileen Cannon, you have until this certain date. It was 60 days from then to convince us otherwise. So basically what Cannon has done has given the Orange Twerp an option to try and change the mind of the panel. Now, I don't know about changing the mind, but it might expose the panel to the Orange Twerp to some threats and blackmail, etc. So let's see how that goes. I'll have a reading on that. And basically it sets the stage for a decision with implications for transparency, accountability, and how the courts handled the release of the special counsel's findings. Right. Yes, it's still secret at the moment, and I believe the Aileen Cannon, it's coming up about the 2nd or 3rd of January, so less than 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks from the 14th. Right, let's see if there's anything else that I need to do. No, there's really nothing. So in 2 weeks, Cannon denied the request to for the twerp to be able to intervene directly in the proceedings, but allowed him to participate in a friend of the court, a status that permits a non-party to present legal arguments without assuming the rights or obligations of a litigant. I'm not quite sure why he's considered a non-party, considering he's all through the report. Okay, he keeps trying to butt in. Yeah, okay. Right, and then they've got what people are saying, etc. So let me get back to you guys. So I will post that in my post section as soon as I'm finished. But there is strength, and we've got the Tower as I split the deck, ready to poker shuffle again. Okay, so basically what's happening is that Cannon's got less than 2 weeks. She's got 2 weeks minus, I'm going to say 5 days. So what's that, 9 days time? When does that take us to? 9, because it's the 19th for me, plus 9 days, 9 and 9. Well, that takes us to the 28th of December. I thought it was early January, but regardless, I think it's about the 2nd of January from memory anyhow. So maybe 14 days from the publication of that article. So basically what's happened is Aileen Cannon has given the orange twerp legal right to try and sway the judicial panel that has ordered the release of the documents investigation. Okay, getting the documents investigation is the huge one. So let's have a look. What's the orange twerp going to do? What's the orange twerp going to do? What's the regime going to do? Ooh, that's interesting. The regime don't want him there anymore. I think they're going to string him out to dry. I'm just going to, okay, they told me to stop and thrust that in. What's the regime going to do? Well, there's Miller, the Emperor. The Knight of Wands, volatile information being brought forward. And the Seven of Pentacles, looking at the options, getting ready to harvest. Justice. The Devil. God, look at these cards. And full exposure. The regime are not going to try and stop this documentation coming out. If anything, they want it to be harvested. I mean, you've got here the Emperor, which is my card for Miller. You've got Justice versus the Devil, and you've got full illumination with the Sun card. And if you need any further verification, the Ace of Swords. So I am just going to say that the regime want this released. They are not going to try and stop it. And when I'm talking about the regime, I'm talking about those behind the scenes, those pulling the strings behind the scenes. They want Vance in, they want the twerp out, because he is it's for the same reason. Like the reading I just did said his health is really not good. Like he's non-functional, not non-functional, but they can't put him in front of the cameras. Like the live speech was not a live speech, and I would say it was one of about 4 that they had ready to go, and the decision was made which one to play. And they played that one because they thought they have control of the propaganda and narrative. There were others that were things like declaration of war, because I think there's still some stuff going on behind the scenes. Declaration of war, just some others that were really firing of certain people, but they're not ready for them. So this is what I'm saying. I think this is the speech last night was the most, if I say it, the word they keep giving me was the most innocuous, which means it was the most subdued, non-offensive, not really saying anything, bland. I mean, I know that was like 10 lies in the first 30 seconds, but you know what I mean. It was the one that was not going to set the world on fire or set the world on fire. Because they can't let him in front of the cameras unrestrained is the word my guides are giving me. Unrestrained, unedited. Okay. No, they're just saying unrestrained because he's just a loose cannon at the moment. So they actually want him out because he's messing everything up for them. Because he blabs all the time. Okay, so the regime not going to do anything. They want it to happen. Let's have a look. They're telling me to split here. Split there. Got the Queen of Swords, could be Cannon, and we've got the Temperance card. The Alchemy, trying to spin the story, trying to restore balance. Could be. I mean, the Queen of Swords also is my Pam Bondi card, trying to recreate about oh, and there's that devil again, the balance. Let's have a look. What is the orange twerp going to do? What's he going to do? He's now got the ability to, oh gosh, and then you've got Sniffy Jr. getting engaged to the daughter of a big bank exec that signed a isn't he wonderful letter about Epstein telling other banks to launder them. Oh, it was just so disgustingly intertwined. The father is now deceased, but yeah. Mm, okay. Hopefully the twerp can go and join him. But let's have a look. What is the Trump camp? Not the regime, not those behind the scenes. What is the Trump camp going to do? Ten of Swords is... What are they going to do? They might just leave it to it. Knowing legally he is sunk. I don't know that he's going to get any support. Challenged by the Queen of Wands. Bringing forward, I think this could... I know Susie Wiles, I think she's a pentacle sign, but this is somebody telling him advising him behind the scenes. False knight bearing gifts, Knight of Cups. In the past, the fading agreement, the misogynistic agreement, and the secrets being revealed is what's hanging over it. What's he going to do? This is also a lunacy card. I don't think there's anything he can do. I think they're going to hang him out to dry. You've then got the Nine of Pentacles in the gilded cage in regards to his health. You've got the Eight of Pentacles externally, a document trail, a money trail. Internally, the offer being presented but not being accepted. So what's the Orange Twerp going to do? I don't know that there's anything he can do. Here's the Vascular card, Three of Swords, also my Treason card. Strung up and hang out to dry with the Hanged Man, the Page of Cups and the Death card. This is all over for him. I don't think they're going to try and... I don't think even those in his camp or historically in his camp are going to try and save him from this. What's the panel? Oh, that one's flipped over there. The Wheel of Fortune. Them's on the top, finding themselves on the bottom. So what's the panel going to rule? Aileen Cannon, she's got, gosh, what would it be now? 11 days. What's the panel going to rule? What is the panel going to rule in regards to this releasing the documents? I actually feel a bit sick to the stomach. Three of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and the Chariot, military. Dark money, bringing forward the legalities, moving the legalities on, and the Chariot. Three of Cups. I don't know how many are on the panel, but there's three celebrating with strength. As the secrets are revealed, I think the panel's going to and then strung up. Oh, and on the bottom, the Ace of Swords. And then we've got the Queen of Cups. Something in the cup to be revealed. Four of Swords. The Hermit, the investigation going forward. Being presented with the Page of Pentacles. I think the panel are going to rule for its release. And I don't think anybody in the regime is going to try and stop it. Okay, I might leave that there. It is heading into the weekend. What is it? 5:15. It's time I thought about winding down. Yeah, this is going in. What a time to be alive. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. If something happens over the weekend, I will be on, but I'm just going to say I think they're hanging in the process of hanging them out to dry. Okay, love to you all. Take care.